Hello. I think there are more bots running around. Let's see. More bots. Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. Hello, hello, hello. You were explaining. Okay, so hello, Fanner. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Let me jump into it immediately. So today I want to work a bit on bug fixing. In
Ready
particular,
for some fun?
I am ready. Are you ready? Hello, Fabio. Ciao. So there is one functionality of the game that seems not to be working as expected, or anyway not good enough, and I would like to improve it and fix it, which is the shortcut bar. I think in our old game the shortcut bar was more powerful than the one that we have today, and I would like to improve it. So there are a few things. I think we should create a new mission, by the way, because I think this will take a bit of time, but it's good. I mean, it's all good. So let me create a new mission to improve the shortcut bar, because I want to reason on what I really want to fix, right? Let's create a new file, and we will call it shortcut bar fixes. Okay, shortcut bar fixes, and we will save it as Unreal Mission shortcut bar. I think maybe maybe we have one already. Let me see, or shortcut bar or quick bar. Yes, we have a quick bar, so we will save it as quick bar 2. Let me see what we have with quick bar 1. Quick bar 1. It should be a pretty old screenshot. Assign command, assign action. All the green ones are done. Lock unlock. This one we actually did it at a certain point. List all shortcut key in the option key window. This is also done. Allow save and load from a file. This is also done. Allow different shortcut for each character. Okay, this is not done, right? Yeah, so I think that one request is to allow different shortcut per character, right? There is one request, I know. Another request, maybe let me launch the game a second. Another request. Well, not a request maybe, but something I want to do. So if you open your shortcut bar, right, and you click on edit, right, you click on edit, the macro editor shows here at the bottom, right? But you may be in the situation where you have your shortcut bar like this or like this, right? And if you click here, basically you don't see anything, because the macro panel goes below, right? You see? So, or we do it that when you click on edit, the window is like moving up temporarily, Or we do it that when you click and this window is too much, I mean, it's after, let's say, half of the screen, then the macro editor is showing above instead of below, right? Because this works pretty well, I have to say. This works pretty well, but yeah. I don't know what is the so yeah, so basically what I want to have, okay. I want to have the macro editor show in a visible part of the screen in all cases, right? So that it doesn't mess up. Because another problem could be, yeah, for example, if you have this on the right, right? If you have it on the right, and you press this, you will see only a piece of it, right? Yeah, but anyway, this I think is a good change. Now another change I think is the number of shortcuts that you can see, but that one I think I did already. And also at the moment you don't have a way to see the number you are on, right? So these panels are actually, at the moment we have 3 panels. So if I put something here, for example, right, and I call it second, right, even if it does nothing, it's the same, and I call this one third, right, even if it does nothing, you see that we are cycling between this is the second, and this one is the third. So basically we are cycling between 3 panels, but you don't really have I mean, there is no indication on which panel you are, right? And I was thinking maybe we can have a small number here, or something like that, or put it in the title, in the bar title, or the other thing that a lot of people say is that the shortcuts are not working as expected, right? And this one I want to verify if it's true. But basically they are saying that if you go, mainly if you go in the second panel, okay, let's go in the second panel, let's change this one, and let's call it hello, right? And the command will be say hello, right? So if I click this, my character says hello, right? What they are saying is that if I want to assign a key binding, by the way, this color is horrible, I have to change it. If you want to assign a key binding, so for example 6, right? Okay, 6 is already assigned. 8 is already assigned. 5 is already assigned. By the way, it's not telling you to what it is assigned. I think that's another issue. I would like to change it so if a key is already assigned, it should tell you to what is assigned. Right? I think it kind of makes sense. So because now, for example, it's saying that 4, 5, 6, okay, 3 should not be assigned. Okay, let me try 3. Okay, 3 actually took it. This color is horrible. We have to change the colors. Change the azure color to something readable. I mean, that color is horrific. Is actually not visible. Okay, so if I assign this to number 3, right? And now I press 3. Okay, nothing happens. So actually it's true that the second panel seems not to have a proper key binding. Okay, that's kind of annoying. We have to fix this. So this seems to be a bug, right? Second panel doesn't keep key bindings, and I guess it's the same for the third, or what? Third. Let me try to assign this to number 2. Okay. Ah, wait. It's only the second panel that doesn't work, because the third panel works. Kind of strange, huh? Ah, it's empty again. Why is empty again? Yeah, there is a bit of a mess here. I think there is a bit of a mess. Three say hello. Yeah, the second panel seems not working, while the third panel seems to work. It's kind of strange. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Okay, the other thing I want to change is, wait a second, quick bar control interface. So for example here, you know, the number 3 is not listed for whatever reason. So there seems to be a mess between this shortcut list and the menu bar size, visible shortcut rows. 1, 2, or 3. At the moment no one is selected. What do you mean? If I do 1, what happens? That is not very clear, eh? 2. Ah, it's selecting 2 rows per. Okay, I see. Third, second, empty. Yeah, this is not working very well. It is not working very well, I have to say. But basically like this you can have more, right? So there is a total of, I don't know how many I have in total, but if you want to have all the shortcut at the same time, just a bit weird. It doesn't seem to work as expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 by 3. Why 9 by 3? I have no idea. 27? It's 27. If I go 2 rows, what happens? I only have 6 by 3, so 18. I have 18 here. And then I scroll down and I see the second. That's kind of strange. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I have to say it's a bit bugged. I just want to understand one thing. Yes, because it's scrolling. So it's scrolling a portion of it, right? It's scrolling a portion of it. So it is still 9 by 3, so it's still 27, but it's in 2 pages instead of 3 pages. So what you configure here is the number of, yeah, I don't know if this is the best way to say it though. Don't forget to change the layout. Yes. Thank you. I forgot. Okay, so this is something that, so I don't know, the management of the rows is a bit weird. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's changing the sequence a bit the way he wants, actually. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so basically what you are saying here is I want to see only 9 shortcuts, right, at a time. That is basically what you are saying. I want to see 9 shortcuts at a time, or I want to see 18 at a time, or I want to see all 27, you know, all 27 in one shot. So that's pretty much what this thing is doing, right? Yeah, it is what this thing is doing. So how many shortcut you think you may need? Because someone was saying, oh, I need 50 shortcuts. How many you may need, boys? What do you think is a good number? Give me a second. I will be back. Okay. So how many you may need? You didn't answer, huh? Okay, fine. Um, $27. So at the moment we can have 27. This is what we have. I was thinking maybe it would be nice in the mouse over to have the, instead of having the name, right? To having the name and the key binding, so that like you go here and you see Infravision 2 choking. I mean, you can just click and you see it, but you see it only if you have the macro editor open, right? You don't see it if you have it, if you do like this. So maybe it would be nice if the name on the tooltip can be the name of the shortcut plus the key binding. No? I think it would be cool. I don't know if I really want to keep... because having here a list like this, right, is very... I think here we need a... shortcut 1. What does shortcut 1 means? Shortcut 1, shortcut 4, empty. Shortcut 4, empty. I don't think we should do it this way. I think this way is the wrong way. Because at the moment, I think what I do, I have a fixed number of... a fixed number of shortcuts by... Yeah, I have a fixed number of shortcuts. Yeah, the problem is that how can I make it dynamic? Because they are fixed at the moment because this corresponds to specific actions, right, in the editor. Yeah, because the way Unreal works, right, for shortcuts is that you assign... Let me think about it. Let me think about it. So the way it works today, right, is that I have predefined 10 shortcuts, right, in the... But I think it's a very bad idea. I think it's not the way to do it. The only advantage, let's say, yeah, so I think I have here under project settings, right? I think there is something like key mappings or something like that. There is input, yeah. Yeah, you see this quick bar 0, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 right? Yeah, the point is that I think he's let's say the advantage is that if you change a shortcut from here, you will also see it on the other side. Like if I change, so shortcut 1 is 7. Shortcut 1 is 7. I don't think so. Empty, 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 empty. There is 2, for example. I think that is a bit of a mess because like here I have a shortcut which is number 2, but here it doesn't show, right? Here it does not show up. Why? So I think there is a bit of a mess between the assignments and no, I think at the moment this thing is broken. Right, like these are all of them, but none of them is showing. We see only a 2 and a 3, right? Everything else we don't see it, and also I don't understand if I press 7. If I press 7, what happens? Ah, you see that is assigned, but is not visible. 7 is actually assigned, right? But to this one, right? To this one, but it's not visible here in the key bindings. Ah, that's pretty bad, huh? That is very bad. No, this is not good. So there is another bug. I think there is another bug. Okay, let me try to put them in a sequence which is actually more reasonable. I would do the announcement next, and I would do first the bug fixes, right? Okay, so let's go one by one. The first one I want to do is to change this weird azure color. I don't know why we have this azure color actually. I think it's still a migration thing, so it's not here, it's only here. Yeah, okay, let's change that. Let's change that. I think that's easy to change, right? So I think we can just make it black, no? Or do you want to make it a color that is visible, like red or something? I mean, that light blue is impossible to read, so if we really want, we can make it blue or something, but not that color. If you just want to mouse over for fun. I think they should go on all the keys though, right? Yes, it's this thing. Hovered foreground, press foreground. This is super bad. I would like to change it with for all of them. Can I do it? Like if I select 2 of them, or 3 of them, or 4 of them, or 5 of them, do you think it will work? Yeah, I think it will. I think I can change it for all in one shot. Okay, so let's do maybe a blue, but not a yeah, something like this, like that is still readable, you know, on white. Right. So I will do it for I'll do it for all. I hope that this is a bit better. This I think is still a leftover from the migration from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Okay. The other thing is in the macro editor, there is the same problem. I don't remember if it's called quick bar or shortcut bar. I think it was macro editor, no? No. Editor? Is this thing? No, 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 no. What is it? Looks like it's not here. Maybe it's inside shortcut. Maybe it's inside of this. Ah, yes, it is inside of this. Yeah, so at the moment this thing is a fixed position, as you can see. Anyway, this is the button with the crazy color. I think the normal should be black. Yeah. Okay. Okay, at least the colors now should be... The color should be should be a bit more reasonable. Now, so basically this one is done. If a key is already assigned, it should tell you which shortcut is assigned. Yes, that I would say is an important one. So when you are clicking on this, hello, why is not going there? Okay. So when you are going there, a new key binding, on key selected, input key binding, selected key, temp enable, selected event, branch, blah, blah, blah. Check if a key is already assigned. No. I think we can say the key, and then we can specify the key, right? Get action mapping by name. Is there a way to print out the input code or not? Is there a toString of this thing? No. Wow. So I cannot do this, huh? Annoying. Very annoying. Very annoying. Why not? Friendly action name. The action name, I think, is the name that you assign from the property. So it's not, this will be like shortcut 1. It is like shortcut 1. I think we want to have our name, not the... So it's scanning all the inputs. Let me see if I add... Now, because I'm thinking to create a function that is actually returning the input key. So strange that it doesn't exist yet. It seems so strange that I cannot print out this key action mapping. It's incredible. So strange. Make input chord. Interaction profile, hand, motion source identifier component. Holy shit. Strange. It seems there is no easy way to print. No, because I wanted to print out, you know, this key is already assigned to, and then, but anyway, this key and say which key you pressed. Because you can also use shift, right? For example, here I say shift 3, right? Shift 3. Nah, but this thing is not working, boys. This thing is not changing. At least it's not changing in this list. It's not changing. It's not working as expected. It's not working as expected. I will do this, so at least you see the mapping. But my feeling is that when we reassign, right? When we reassign from here, well, by the way, it's the same place, yeah. When we assign from here, I think we are not updating. Get input core, select name. Macro button click event, which by the way, macro button click event. Shortcut. E questo red box. So here is where we add the child. Enable key binding for this macro. Quick bar, action name, quick bar. Yeah, exactly. But here is when I populate, right? WD button. WD button. On clicked. Call button dispatcher. Now I'm trying to understand what is this printout that we see, right? Because we see a shortcut. So we see there should be a dispatcher binding. There should be a dispatcher binding here, right? So if I search bind, if I search bind to, yes, exactly. So here we are printing an ID. I don't see this ID though. This stack trace. Why I have this? It's a bit weird, huh? So I used it probably to debug what... You should print out this, which in theory should be set, but it seems it's not printing anything. Yeah, it's getting the ID. And it's executing the macro based on the ID. Um, but basically it seems that when I am setting the when I'm setting a value from this key binding, this is not then given back as an information to this window. So you don't really see it. Because you don't know input key binding, set selected key. Do we have to reset? Because you see that here we are resetting the value. Yeah, so we are restoring. This is basically a restore of yeah, so that I think that I think it works. So if I want to do, let's say that I have this one which is assigned to, I think I have one that is assigned to 2 or number 3. Okay, this one is assigned to number 3, right? So if I go here and I say 3, it will tell me that it's already assigned. I don't know why it's saying it twice, but it's telling me that it's already assigned. And then is resetting it to the previous one. Yeah, why is saying it twice? I don't know. Receive system message. Kind of strange. Probably is one for the. Probably is one for the. Why? I don't understand why we see it twice, by the way, but this is a reset to the previous value, right? That is what it is. Reset to previous value. That is what this thing is doing. So this part is fine. When we assign the key, right? when we assign the key, found existing key, quick bar. Yes, and this is what, yeah, exactly. Quick bar plus the name, right? Removing action mapping. Loop body. Found existing key. I'm trying to understand what it's doing here, right? But it seems that is... Fuck, they are already assigned. Okay, shift 1. Let's say shift 1, right? I assign it to shift 1. Why I don't see... In theory, I should have seen this, right? I should have seen found existing key something, right? But I don't see it. Ah, probably because it's new. So if it's completely new... What? I'm confused now. In theory, I should go through this. Why I don't see this part? Why I don't see the printout? Why I don't see this printout when I'm assigning? I assign like a shift 1, for example, right? Come on. They are all already assigned. How it is possible? We are not removing it then. We are not removing it. I think we are not removing it. I think we are not removing it properly because I only worked with one of them, right? And it seems it's not removing it. Let me check that. I think it's not removing the old key binding. It's continuously adding on top. Like this one is number 3, right? If I do shift 1, right, and then I do shift 2, right? Shift 1, shift 2. And then if I want to do shift 1 on this, yeah, it does it. So actually he removed it. Okay, let me just restart it a second because I think we did a number of changes and I want these changes to be in the game. I think in this case we don't need the full database. Should we just loading? Yeah, let's just load in with a dummy database so it's much quicker. We don't want to spend time waiting for the server to load, you know, unnecessary stuff. Let's go dummy. It is the dummy database. And I think I don't even want it to launch it in debug right now. We launch it normally. Hello, Gotze. Hi. I'm working on bug fixing, and in particular on the shortcut bar. I think the shortcut bar is doing the basics, but it's not really, you know, clean and finished. I mean, he has a lot of weird things happening, starting from the colors, and I changed that, but sometimes you assign a key and it doesn't really assign it, so I don't know why. So we need to debug it and fix it. Also, I would like to expand it so that he has more shortcuts, and I want to be sure that you can save a different shortcut bar per character. I think the best would be to load and save, but let me see. I think the server did not start. Yep, server crashed. PS items, set base stats, preload attackable items. I think I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do this. I didn't do this on my dummy database. I did it? Okay. Okay, then why is complaining? Why is complaining? Yeah, max HP, we have it. Max HP, we have it. Set base stats 1346. Set item quality stats pointer. Why? There is an item without stats or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Are you using EOS? No, we are using our own system. I mean, for logins and all of that. I don't like to be reliant on external services. I've seen some people, you know, planning their game like an aggregation of services from external sources, like, oh, we will get, you know, the login system from here, we will get the voice system from this other provider, we will get the matchmaking screen from this other provider, and we will get the servers from Amazon, and we will get, you know, so, but I don't know, I think it's so hard to manage a game that way. Because at the end you are reliant on so many different services, and Because these two do not exist. Lol. So I think it's good and bad. I mean, you get good stuff, but you also get bad stuff. So I don't know. I'm not too convinced about being reliant so heavily on external services to have the game actually run. Which parts you think we should be using from EOS? Which parts you think we should be using of EOS? Okay, now I think now we will start. We didn't have a longsword in the game. Because I checked it some time ago, but it was not really... I mean, I didn't know what to use, right? If there is anything that is really useful to us of the functionality that they have. I think they have I think we need an overview, but I think that let me see if I have it in my files, because probably I think I have a kind of a deja vu that we already analyzed it. No, we didn't. Okay, fine. So what it provides, yeah, it provides like setting up session lobbies, you know, and peer-to-peer networking and voice chat. So voice chat, we have it already. Session and lobby, we have it already, right? So it's not really something that we may need. Player progression is tracking metrics, stacks, and achievements. So this we have it already in our game. So we can already have achievements in the game, and there is a screen dedicated to that, right? Anti-cheat, yeah, probably the only piece would be the anti-cheat, but I think the anti-cheat, you know, needs to be really specific for the game. So I don't know, maybe they're just checking that no one is running programs in the background or something. But yeah. Non-existing category for item. Wow, this not existing spelled wrong is kind of annoying. Yeah, because we have a category that is 35. Yeah, because I don't know why in the dummy database we have different item categories than in production. I think it's a bad idea, but unfortunately it's been done this way. So I think it should be 1, yes. 1 instead of 35. Yeah, it should be 1. So actually... Okay. Now we may finally start up. How many how many players can your game take per session? We never tested it with a lot of players, but I think that up to 200 should be okay. I think up to 200. I think at the moment the maximum we tested it with was 16. Because there was a hard limit on 16 as a default, but now that hard limit is removed, I removed it, so I think that the current hard limit is like 50. But yeah, I think up to 200 should not be a problem, but we really need to see, because I cannot say, you know, without testing, without having a real test, but I think up to 200 should be fine. Consider that the server is managing 1,500 NPC roughly. Server is up. Wait. Oh my god, server went down again. Server is up. Yes, please. Can you connect or no? Don't know what's going on, boys. Server started, but it seems it's not accepting connections. I don't know what the hell is going on. What? What I'm doing wrong? I don't understand. No, we're not connecting to this. Is there a debug? Ah, there is a debug running, that's why. Okay. That was weird. Okay, I was like, what the hell? Okay, there was another. So yeah, if we launch two servers at the same time, what happens is that one server, the first one, is actually getting the proper binding to the port that we use for connecting to the clients, and the second one finds the port busy, and so starts anyway, but is not listening to anything. So how did you optimize it to take it for that amount? I don't know. I mean, again, we need to test it. With more players to see if it's really working as expected, right? I will fall down forever, I guess, but it's okay. We only need to test the shortcut, so it's not an issue. Okay. So let's go in the mode where I have the 3 rows. So I have basically all the shortcuts, you know, in one row, and let's see what kind of shortcut I have selected. Okay, so at the moment we have, it seems that the numbers are actually always the same. So So there is a 7, there is a 9. You see that here are completely different, right? Here they are completely different, but still the ones loaded into that screen seems to be... that's a bit weird, huh? Seven and 9. So this seems to be assigned to certain spells, but... Psychic Blow. No, this key binding is completely... It's completely fucked, boys. It's not working. It's not I mean, it's not proper. You see that the key binding here is empty. Don't know if you can see it, but the key binding here is empty, right? But if I press number 7, it's actually trying to do it, right? So it means that this is not loaded as expected, right? So the key binding is not working. Pretty much is not working. So we need to fix it. We absolutely need to fix it. Absolutely need to fix it. It's really not working as expected. Okay. So let's see which kind of debug we have. I think it will also be very nice to remove all this mess that I have at the beginning, but there are so many logs that are hitting. Macro key binding. Macro key binding. Macro key, psychic blow. His text is true, and you see that it's saying key binding. Key binding is none, right? Key binding is none. That is what it's saying, but so it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's not really loading. Key binding is none. Yeah, but at the same time, we see it in game that if I press 7, right, we see the bar and everything, right? So it looks like in reality it is mapped. It's just that we don't see it properly. Yeah. I think this part has been done a bit quickly. And I just ensured that it was like working by clicking on the buttons, but I didn't really improve it, you know, so that it was usable and bug free. Okay, let me search for this Key binding is none. I think it's in probably is in the shortcut window or in player controller when we loaded the first time. Yeah, in the shortcut window. I think it is the initial loading, yes. It's the initial loading, debug populate macro. Is this one, right? Yes, debug populate macro. We clear the current button array, we clear the current children, and we loop from 0 to 26. Yes, because at the moment we support only 26 27 shortcut, starting from 0, right? I think we need to support more, but it's fine. Then we create the new budget window, the new budget widget, button widget, and we set up the icon, right? And then we have a key binding, which is actually coming from here. Yes. And here, what do? We set, well, we add it to the child. We fill the spaces, we add the button array to this. And we say macro key is text. And it is correct because we see that actually we receive a macro key psychic blow, right? Macro key psychic blow. So up to this point, I think is fine. The problem happens here. So is doing a check if this key binding, is not null, right? And if it's not null, it's saying key binding is valid, otherwise saying key binding is none. So at the moment, get key display name. Ah, this is the thing, get key display name. Okay, nice. Key binding is none. Key binding is valid. Okay. So in theory, I'm just trying to understand what we get, right? Just trying to understand what we get. In theory, this one, right, is the key binding. I don't understand if we even save it, because it doesn't look like we are saving it. It doesn't look like we are saving the key binding properly when we set it. So I don't think we are. I don't think we are. Like if I go, now if I go on the first one, right? I go on the first one and I assign the key number 1. Holy moly. key is already assigned to voice chat. Okay, nice. Now he's telling us. What is the keys already assigned to, which is pretty cool. I don't understand why we get that message twice, by the way. We get a receive message here and we get another receive message down here. I don't know why we get it twice, but fine. Well, it'd be interesting to know why we get it twice though, because in theory is here, right? The key is already assigned to. And we call this receive system message only once. Well, actually no, because we are in the loop body. No, we are in the completed. No, we are in the completed. Huh? So this is actually getting called only once. I don't understand how we get here twice. But apart from that, that is pretty cool already, because it's telling me what is assigned to already. But if I assign it to a valid key, for example number 2, right? For example number 2, key mode changed. I don't understand this printout too much. Ah, we are printing the wall thing. Wow. Make input chord. I think this printout is a bit useless, by the way. This printout is a bit useless. This printout is just printing back all the current mappings, right? It's printing all the current mappings. Well, in theory now, if I do it again, right, I will have my... If I do it again, is already assigned to win skill stats? I don't think so. Nah. Is already assigned to win skill stats. Why? Ah, wait. Nah, that is stupid. Do we have a temp for... let's call it temp mapping found key. Okay, like this is a bit better, because at least we save come on, we save the key, right, that is found, and in theory it's only in one, right? I assume that it's not in multiple. because you should not be able to do it. But anyway, it's telling you at least the first one. So if he's like this, he should say temp mapping found key. And it should be the action name, right? No. No, bro, I mean, yeah, exactly. Get name, action name. Cannot do it, eh? I can only break it. I don't know if I prefer it this way or I prefer it the other way. Well, probably I prefer it this way. Okay, now this is correct. Before it was wrong. So I'm actually now printing properly because it was just printing the last one, made no sense. So this thing is in the for loop, right? This thing is in the for loop. Yeah, it's in the for loop. So actually in the completed, let me just split it a bit more because it's confusing as it is now. It's very confusing as it is now. It's very, very confusing. Okay. So we have two routes, right? One that is on the completed, and one that is inside the for loop, right? And for the for loop, we do all of this. We set the temp mapping found, we set the temp mapping found key, and we do the comparison to understand if we already have one. This check is actually properly working, right? It is. The thing that I don't understand too much is why we do these two loops. So we loop first for what? We loop first for get action names. I think this is why we get it twice. We get it twice due to this loop. We do get input setting, we get the action names, which basically we return under input, right? We return all of this stuff, right? And then for each of the names is doing what? Is getting the action mapping by name. Okay, because one can have multiple, I guess, right? Yes, because one of those in theory could have multiple assignments. Yeah, okay. I think it's okay. Yeah. Yes, because one can have more than one. Yes. So I think that is fine. Let's say one action can have more than one mapping, more than one key mapping, right? Yeah, it can have more than one. So this is why we are looping here. The only strange thing is that, so this basically means that we have two gate input setting. No, but if it's found, I think we can exit. I think we can have a for each loop with break, and if we find one, you know, we can actually break. I think there is no reason to continue looping if we found one that is already a duplicate, right? If there is at least one that is a duplicate, we can exit. The problem is that you will have this guy executing. Yeah, but it's fine. So if I do a for each loop with break, right, which allows me to break the thingy, and we use this one instead, right, instead of this, right, and I send my element here and my loop here. And so in this situation that we basically found, we found a duplicate, right? So that is, did we find a duplicate, right? If that happens, I can break this, so we don't execute it multiple times. And it is already an improvement, right? It is already an improvement compared to what we had. Yep. Now I'm not completely sure what I'm doing here, but I take a key mapping and I create an input chord because I need to compare it with the input chord that is coming in, because there is an input chord. Okay, so probably an input chord is slightly different than an action mapping for whatever reason. Okay, fine. Yeah, that is a bit of a weird translation, but I think it's required, unfortunately. So when this is completed then, right, when this is completed, I think we can go here. And now we will receive this only once, and hopefully we will also get the right key that is overlapping, right? Because at the moment it was not correct. Okay, let's try. Yeah, there is a lot of bug fixing on this object. I see it already. It's been done, you know, but it's not working. There is a lot of bug fixing to do. Really. Let me just check if our cloud bot is actually running, because sometimes the cloud bot get disconnected. I don't know why. It happened already a few times that the cloud bot for Twitch and for okay, on Twitch seems to be on. Yes, and on YouTube is off. I don't know why sometimes this cloud bot goes down. No idea. I have 62 messages there. GG. Cannot really read all of that. Hello, Hula. We are working to improve the shortcut bar, and I think it's a very needed thing, because the shortcut bar never really worked as expected. The key is already assigned to quick bar 0. Now, the problem of quick bar 0 is that it's a bit of a stupid name, but like if I try to assign it to W, yeah, assign it to W without any problem. Interesting. Because W is not an action mapping. I mean, W is because W is an axis mapping. Should we search it also? Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. We should search it on the axis mappings and on the... Because if you are messing up and you are assigning, you know, the SW key to... The key is already assigned to special attack left. And the key is already assigned to quick bar 0. No. What do you mean? The first one is correct. Special attack left is correct. And interact is correct. But the second printout, quick bar 0, I don't understand what it means. I mean, definitely is not assigned to quick bar 0. And I still don't get why we get that message twice. So we are sending the message, we are printing all of this. It is in WinChat, receive message WinChat. And it is again in WinChat, receive message. Interact key. What? No, I don't understand, boys. Why? Wait, maybe it's in two places? Maybe we really have this... No, we have this printout in one place only. We have this printout here, so but it means that then we go through this loop twice. We go through this loop twice. That's so weird. I mean, it looks like we go through this twice, but that is beyond my comprehension. Why? If we just select, you know. Just selected it once. There are some bugs, huh? Looks like. There are definitely some bugs. No, we need to fix this because the shortcut bar is a very important component of the game and people are using it a lot. And if that is broken, you know, it's no way. Why? So confused. Wait a second. Let's look at it here so we are sure that we are reading. We go through it 3 times? Not even 2, 3 times. On key selected. Ah, because I press it with my mouse. No. Because what? On key selected. Shortcut. Editing macro. Editing macro 0 shortcut. Okay, but here we go through it at the beginning, right? Yeah. Here we go through at the beginning when we do the setup. But this is not... I'm still a bit confused that we get that. Like as soon as I click edit, macro, we actually execute that part of the code. Like if I do this, editing macro. Yeah, on key selected. Yeah. It's going there. Yeah. But it's fine. This is not a problem. But then after that, right? After that, we go here only once. But we already got... receive message, win chat, the keys already assigned, right? So which is super weird. So we get this message before we enter into this function. What the fuck? That is so strange. So as soon as I click here and I press W, this immediately happens. And then I enter. It's like if this thing is bound 2 times. Wait, maybe there is a mistake. This thing has been bound 2 times or something. Well, it can be bound all inside this window, eh? No, it's been bound only 1 time. What the fuck? On is selecting key changed. No, but this is not doing anything actually. This is just setting this as true. And it's saying key mode changed. So that should not So how it is possible that we go through that twice? I don't understand. What the freaking hell? Is this button a weird button or no, it's a single element, so you cannot even click on a father, you know, or whatever. You cannot even click on a father. So, but basically, when we click here, that happens twice. This happens twice. Now you may say, oh, because you have the for loop. You may say because you have the for loop. Well, actually, the on key select, no, because it's even happening before this printout, right? It's happening before this printout. I don't understand. How is it even possible? This is my printout and we get this before this. At a distance of like 2 milliseconds, right? Like 2 milliseconds. So at a distance of 2 milliseconds, and then after that, so it's like if something else is entering here, but nothing is entering here apart from this, and that is my loop, right? So I'm so confused. Why? I mean, how is it possible that I can change the phrase, but I tell you, is this one is going through this, is going through this, is going through this twice somehow. I mean, okay, it may execute the loop twice, I understand. Actually, before the break, we should see this printout, right? Before the break. Ah, okay, yes, that's a good point. So before the break, we should see, where is that? Let me do it again. Let me do W again. Before the break. Yeah, but you see that it's really executed twice, huh? This thing is executed twice. Key mode changed. Key mode changed. On key selected. I mean, it's not a big issue that it's executed twice, but it's executed once with a W and once with a 2. Once with a W. Yeah, exactly. Ah, it's when I reset. Yeah. I think I understand it. When I reset the old one, this, we are basically going again through this. I see. Okay, that's easy. That's easy because it means that we can set temp selected key event, temp selected key event, temp enable key, whatever. Yeah, we can set this guy to false, right, before doing the reset, and then we are good. And then we are and then we are good. Okay. Is my reset that is doing that, but if I disable it, it will not run it twice. Okay, fantastic. That may be a bug that actually was doing quite some damage, so I think it's good. Yeah. I think this is a good fix. It is a good fix. It was the reset which was actually running that function again and trying to redo the mapping. So that was actually fairly dangerous, because let me think about it a second though. Huh? Let me think about it a second. Wait a second. Yeah, it's correct. Because here we go here only if you want to assign the key, but this is only if you didn't find a duplicate. Yep. Okay, so this fix was a very good fix. And I think will probably also help in other situations. Still loading. Yeah, still loading. Okay, now we should not do it twice anymore, right? Now we should not do it twice anymore. So this is now assigned to number 2. If I want to assign it to W, well, to W we'll do it. Let's do Q. Okay, so now it's doing it only once, right? And it's just telling me that is, yeah. Now, I don't know exactly why. Because here we print that. Get action mapping name with action name. Yeah, we print them all because we didn't find until that point. Yeah, it's correct. I think it's correct. As soon as we find QQ, we bail out. Okay, fine. Okay, now the setting is okay. Now the problem is that here we are only checking for the action mappings. We are not checking the axis mapping. So I think that basically we need to do this twice, right? One for the... Yeah, unfortunately, yes. We need to do it twice. What is this mess? Select action shortcut. I don't know what is this. We need to do it twice. So once we need to do it for the action names, and one we need to do it for the axis names. Because like if I press W, I want him to tell me that the W is already associated to the forward movement, right? And I don't want him to associate a shortcut to the forward movement, otherwise you will forward movement and press something else, and it becomes a mess, right? It becomes a mess. So I think that when we completed this, we run exactly the same loop again. I don't know exactly where to put this, but so when completed, we run it, but we run it with the action names. And we need to get action mapping by name. Yes, we need to get axis mapping by name. It's a bit weird. I don't have. It's a bit weird that I don't have a way to directly search by. Let me try. Maybe there is a way. Get action mapping. Get action mapping by name. Get all player mappable action name. Action. Query key returns the key mapped to the given action. No. I mean, it's a good one, but it's not what we need. Inject, add action mapping, get action mapping. No, it seems it's not doing it. I basically just need to search, all the action mapping the particular key, but fine, it doesn't do it. So we do it like this manually. So we search this. We have to break this structure, I guess, the same way. So yeah, we basically need another for each loop. The same as that. Right, and then when this completed will be completed, we go here. So yeah. Okay, so now we need to, I think we need to do the same shit. Break input axis. Yeah, unless, is there a way to transform this into an input chord? Nah. Unfortunately not. Axis name. Now here is only key, right? So we make an input chord, everything else is empty. And then we compare this chord with the chord that I just pressed, right? So I need to do this equal, well, it's basically this thing, right? This thing equal to this, right? And if this is true, I do exactly the same, right? If this is true, I do exactly the same. And and I break. I have to say that the mapping, input action key mapping, input action key mapping. And unfortunately I cannot set that to that because there is a different type. Oh fuck. Okay. So I have to do promote to variable, and we need a temp temp mapping axis or something like that. Exactly. Because one is an action and another is an axis, right? So so if this is what it is, we go here. Oh my god, this code, bro. This code looks weird. Should I group it somehow? I think I should. But basically, this loop is the loop for the actions, right? This loop down here is the loop for the axis. Oh my god. Okay, let me try to organize it a bit. Okay, so if we say check if key already exists, right? And then we say now, yeah. Now this printout, I will remove it. I will remove it soon. So this is just a temporary shit to. It's just a temporary thing, but this thing will go, right? This thing will go. So that is check duplicate action, right? That is check duplicate action. Let me try to make it reasonable. Okay, so this is check duplicate action, okay? Including this shit, yeah, including this. Including this, which in theory should go here. In theory should go here, right? Then we have this block. Then we have this block here. Yes. This block here, which is check for that is check duplicate axis, right? Check duplicate axis. Okay. Now at the end of but wait, I think I have a mistake. No, it's the same. It's just because this is shorter than that. I mean, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'm just trying to make it a bit more readable. Okay, so this is that check. Which is basically the same check as above, it's just done on the axis, right? Now we exit. And we need to set the temp. Where do we set the temp found? To null. We don't? GG. So it only works the first time. GG! Okay, so we forgot. We forgot a piece. We have to obviously set these two variables to empty, otherwise, right? We have to set this empty, this empty, this empty, otherwise you may find another object, right? Okay. Okay. Nice. Now here we need to check if we got any correspondence, right? So if we found one or the other. So yeah, we can check mapping found, and if mapping found yeah, it can be an axis or it can be, right? It can be an axis or it can be, so we need to check if this is valid. Oops. No. Come on, bro. We cannot check if this is valid. Super annoying. Okay, then we do this, we cannot do it, so we do this. We call it temp mapping duplicate name, and we set it as a string. So when we find the mapping, right, when we find the mapping and we exit, yes, which is even better, so I can delete this variable. Because I only need the name, right? I only need the name of this. We never use this again. Hopefully we don't, right? We never use this again. Exactly. So, okay. Okay. So you know what? We delete this. We set it into this string. And we delete this. And we do the same. Here. Right? Because we only need the string, actually. We only need the string. I hope so. I hope that we only need the string. Otherwise this theory will not work. And when we are here, at this point, we just do, hey, we found the temp mapping. Yes, we did. And here we just print the string. Right? And GG. And done. And done. Yeah, which is also cleaner, I think. Right? Now, if this is found, meaning yes, meaning this, right? So if this is found, so if we found the duplicate, so this is, we found the duplicate. All this block is, we found a duplicate, restore previous key binding in the window, in the widget, whatever, right? So that is if we found it. If we didn't, right, if we didn't, then we go there and we do all we need to do. Right? Okay. And here we assign the key and do whatever we need to do for assigning the key and such. Okay, perfect. Yes, I think this should be good. Now, this is to ensure that we are also checking the axis mapping. So, for example, if someone is assigning the, instead of the W, instead of the WS8A, is setting something else, right? It will be detected. It will be properly detected. In theory, if this works, I can delete these two variables, because they should not be referenced anymore anyway, no? Yeah, apart from here, but here at this point is useless. Yeah. Okay, let me try like this, and we will try this time with a W to be sure that it's not reassigned and we mess up with the keys, right? We don't want the player to mess up with the basic keys and then not being able to move anymore, for example. For example. Okay, so now you should tell me if I'm trying to assign a key. Wait. You should tell me if I'm trying to assign a key like W. Exactly. The key is already assigned to move forward, backward, right? So, which is an axis, which is fine. And if I do the same with S, and if I do the same with A, and if I do the same with D, okay, all of that now is properly detected. Fantastic. Okay, that was a very good fix, huh? Now, I want to see if I change the, so this for example is assigned to number 2, right? And this is the shortcut quick bar 0. Is it visible here or not? You see that it says W? That's completely fucked up. It is completely fucked up. 3, 2. This thing is not changing, huh? This thing is not updated. This thing is not updated based on the changes that you do in this thing. So it's not updated. It's just not updated. It's not updated at all. It's not updated at all. Let's remove this print a second because this print is not needed anymore. Why? Oh. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to make it more readable because it's a bit messy. Okay, I think now it's better, right? Because we have this box, check if the key is assigned, check duplicate action, check duplicate access, we find the duplicate, restore the widget. If not, we go here. Here we assign the key, which I think is all fine. Now, the problem I have is that this key assignment, which I think it actually works. So if I have number 2, right? And I press number 2 in game. Yes, I will try to do psychic blow. Right now I don't know the spell, but it's not a problem. So this is actually working correctly, but it's not updating, right? It's not updating the option panel. It's not updating the option panel. So it's not updating the option panel. Yeah, I think it's not. Assign the key, found existing key, removing action mapping for each loop, remove action. I don't know. I assume that this works because actually it seems to work, so I'm not gonna read it in detail. Seems to be working fine, so let's assume that this is fine, right? We have a lot of prints, but it's okay. So we arrive here, and then what do we do? Save key mapping. So this is actually saving it into the config file. So this is updating our macro thingy. And this is updating the config file. So I would say save to config file and update setting window, right? So we want also to do the update. So the update will be done here. The update will be done here. So to update the to update the setting window is a bit of a mess because we don't know. I think I need to decide if I really want the setting window to look this way for the shortcuts. But I think the answer is yes, no? I mean, this quick bar, you see this quick bar section? This quick bar section, right? The problem is that if we have like 50 of them, will be an insane list. And also, I think that changing it from here is very confusing. Because here is called like shortcut 1, shortcut 2, right? But it is very, you don't know for real what is assigned to. You don't know that it's assigned to psychic blow. So I think that change, you can, right? You can go here and press another key. And here we don't have all the checks that we do on the other side. So I think that here it should be read only. Or, I mean, read only for sure. Or even better, should not even be here, right? Should only be text. I don't know, should only be text. If you want to see all the key... I think I will remove this section. I think this section is completely useless. I think it is completely useless. Or we transform it into text, where we update it with the list of all the shortcuts, but it will be a text window, a text thingy. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. So what this means that if I change a single shortcut, I have to recalculate that text for everything. So I will have to like run through what? I will have to run through quick bar 0 to quick bar 50. So I will have to do something like this, right? I mean, I can do it, but it's a bit messy. So like now I will do a for no, I will do a for loop. I mean a normal for loop, right? From 0 to 27, no, from 0 to 26, for example, right? And I will say, and I will do this, and then I will do what? I want to have this thing on the other side. I think it's stupid to have it here. I will do it before the save. So I will do a for loop for all the thingies, and then I will check in the quick bar. I will get an action mapping by name. And then I will check if it's not empty, and if it's not empty, we will set it. I don't know, it seems a bit weird, but... I don't know if I want to do this every time, bro. Every time seems to be so stupid. Every time seems to be so stupid. But it's true that if I have 50 of them, I don't want to have like 50 fields. Because the point is, having 50 fields in this window, I mean, it becomes like an infinite list, right? I don't know what is the best way. I don't know what is the best way. If I should... if I should I have text, or should I have just nothing? The problem of nothing is that it will not be very easy for you to check everything that you have assigned, right? You basically have to click on each one and look at this, right? You will have to look at each one and yeah, I think the text seems to be the easiest to me. Still, it will be hard to give the proper name because there will be like quick bar 0, but quick bar 0 in reality corresponds to this, which corresponds to psychic blow, right? Which is the name that you gave to the shortcut. So if I just do it this way, you will see quick bar 0, 2, quick bar 1, W, quick bar 3, J, right? You will not really see what is the name, right? So I don't really like it that way. I think I should go through. Yeah, exactly. I think I should go through this macro thingy. And check if the macro has a key binding. I don't want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. So we have the label and we have the key binding. So that's much better, right? Because I don't have to do any search. I don't have to do anything. I just go through this directly and I take my label, right? And I append it to, now I need a temporary variable, but it's fine. I can actually reuse this one. No, let's not reuse this one. It's not a good idea. Let's call it temp quick bar assignments. Right, and this one starts as 0 at the beginning. And by the way, this should become a function because I will need it in multiple places, right? I will not just need it here. I will need it in multiple places. Yeah, exactly. So this function will be, this function is named get quick bar assignments, right? Get quick bar assignments. So actually this variable can be a local variable. I don't need it to be global. Can I move it? No, that would have been too nice. Bro, delete. Bro, please. And by the way, we can delete this too as well because now they are not used anyway. I don't know if this is a good idea, but at least it's something. At least it's something that you get when you... It's better than nothing, right? I don't know if it's the best, but I think it's better than nothing. So basically what I will do, I will take this label and I will just append string right? The previous quick bar thingy with what? I think we can separate it with a slash or something. Yeah. I don't know if a slash is really a great character, but we can have. So what I want to have this. I want to have like a semicolon, whatever, no, column, whatever is the name, and now my key binding. We get the display name, right? We get the display name. So this way we go through every macro, we search this, we append it to the previous, and then we may put, I don't know, a double space at the end or something. And yeah. And this will return a string, which is the quick bar assignments, right? What? Oh well, we need to set it, I guess. Right? And then when this is completed, we return that string, right? We return the string. So as simple as that, right? As simple as that. So we clear it, we go through all the macro, we get the label and the key binding, printing the name of the key binding, and okay. So if we do this, this means that here right? This means that here I can call get quick bar assignments, and I can then set instead of this mess, let me leave it for a second, but I think I will delete it soon, very soon. I will add at the bottom of this a new text. Yeah, yeah. It should be a multi-line. Well, but text is multi-line already. That's fine. So I will add this. This will become. This will be named txt quick bar assignments, and it will be a variable, right? And by default will be empty. And by default will be empty. And it will be in the next row. And it will take the whole space spanning what? Spanning 6. Wow. Spanning 6. I don't know if I want to scroll, but I think it can just be text as much as, you know, as long as it is. Let's see, it should auto wrap. It should auto wrap text, and yeah, go on the next line. And now that we have the txt whatever, let me just close the game, because anyway. Now that we have the txt guy, we just get our txt assignment, our txt, right? Just get no, sorry, it's completely different window. We get W container. Do we have W container here or no? We don't. Yeah, we have it. So get container ref, and then we get settings. No. No, because settings is not on container ref. Setting is in the game. Oh my. Yeah. Settings is in another place. Is yeah, is here. Because setting is the only panel that leaves after. I mean, that leaves across any loading. So it's a bit of a special guy. Okay, setting panel. Can I get in this setting panel? Can I get in this setting panel my txt whatever? My txt quick bar assignment, exactly. Can I make it visible, boys? It's not working. Cannot make it visible. Why cannot make it visible? Is it visible by default or what? Txt assignment. Come on. Txt quick bar. Txt quick bar assignment. Okay, I get this. And here I set the text, you know, to be this. Okay. Nice. Now we are not doing this as startup, but we should do it also as startup, right? So that when the game starts, we pretty much do the same thing. The only problem is that the shortcut bar does not exist. Does not exist at that moment. The shortcut bar does not exist. Well, in theory, you know what we can do? We can have this thing, which is macro struct array of struct macro. We can have it as an input, right? We can have it as an input so that we don't mess up, you know. Okay. Yeah, it's not compiling because now we need to pass in that variable. Yeah. So this will be this. Now the shortcut window, I mean, I hope that this structure is the same as the structure that we have in, but I think so. The shortcut window will not exist. Yeah, the shortcut window will not exist. Will not exist. So we need, so this function we need to move it. It cannot be here. This function cannot be here. No, it cannot. This function need to be in settings, huh? This function needs to be in settings. What is this thing? This function needs to be in settings. Because it needs to exist before... yeah, it needs to exist before. I think so. Come on. And the return... yeah, I placed it in the wrong place, but it's okay. I can move it. Ah, that's what it was. It was the return. I said, what the hell is that? It was the return. So yeah, we will add this as a local variable. Good, good, good. So, okay, so this is done. Now we can delete this function from here actually. And yeah, we can delete this function from here. And so here this doesn't exist anymore, right? But we will call it in a setting panel. Get quick bar assignments, right? So we will do the same. And yeah, actually, you know what? Actually, we can call it set and just set it. Yeah, I think so. We can just call it set quick bar assignment because if we are in the setting window, we are already in the right place, right? We're already in the right place, so we should not even return anything. We can just say that this then goes into my txt whatever. Txt assignments, no, txt quick bar assignments. So we can just do it from here instead of doing all this mess. Yeah, exactly. Much simpler. We can still return it if we want, because it may be useful to return it, so why not? But right. Still fine to return it. Okay. Ah, it is so ugly. It is so freaking ugly. Okay, it's better. Yes. Okay. So basically now, as soon as I load into the game, sorry. Okay, GG. Mistakes were made. Oh my god, easy. Quick bar assignments. Exactly. Boys, we have it, we have it. Is this? I think, okay, so this is not the best solution, but I think it's an okay solution, and you will appreciate it because it's at least giving you all the information on the currently assigned keys in like one panel, right? In one list. It may be messy if you have 50 of them, right? It may be quite messy, but I mean, quite long, not messy, but long. But I think it's okay. Okay, let me see what happens. Let me see what happens if we launch it this way. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, so now under controls here at the bottom. Ah. Why? Ha! Because macro is empty at this time. Oh, fuck. Possible. Possible that macro is empty at this time. Okay, let me edit this. Bro. Please. Okay, 7. Yeah, it is. But you see there is something fundamentally wrong though. There is something fundamentally wrong. Like now, my 7 went into the list, right? Psychic Blow 7, it went into the list. But all these shortcut here, 2, 9, 4, 5, 6, none of them went into the list. Why? So there is a fundamental problem in how these are set, in how the macro window is reading them. Yeah, exactly. There is a fundamental mistake. So I want to know if the quick bar assignments are I want to know. Are we loading? Wait. Are we loading? I have so many questions. Are we loading the macro here or not? Set quick bar assignment. Set quick bar assignment. Set quick bar assignment. Yeah, but it seems that we are not. No, it seems that we are loading the macro from win shortcut. Wait a second. Construct. Maybe we do it on the construct. Get reference chat window macro execution. Blah 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 blah. Container ref target macro. We need to use the macro variable in the W container because this window does not exist when we load the save game. Exactly. Correct. Correct. So we set so every time we update the macro in this window, we should now I don't understand why we set it locally. I'm not sure why I decided to duplicate this variable twice. I mean, it is one is in the main settings, and one is in this window. I don't understand why I did that. I really don't understand why I did that. Why I didn't use always maybe because it was used so much that it would have been annoying to go to do get container ref set macro. Okay, fine. But whenever we are changing the macro, so whenever we are setting macro, whenever we are changing this macro, all the get are not a problem, but every time exactly, every time we do this, I have to reset it also on the container ref. Okay, this is good. This is good because I'm doing it. So that's fine, I guess. Every time we every time we set an array element, every time we set array element, yeah, but it seems we are doing it properly. Yes, it seems that we are doing it properly. Every time we set an array element, I'm going up. Also here, you see, seems that we do it right. Setup icon. Yeah. It looks like we are doing it right. Yeah, we do it everywhere. We do it everywhere. Yes. Send a change macro array. Macro. Okay, we do it. It seems that we do it properly. It seems that we do it properly. So I guess the question now is, I think the question now is when I start my set. Yeah, so when I need to call in the setting window, right? In the setting window, where am I? No, come on, bro. It's impossible. In the setting window, when I do the when I do the loading, I must be loading the macro from the save file, right? Come on. When we load when we load from the file. Come on. I mean, for sure we do. Just I don't find where we do it, but like this input selector, whatever it is, right? This quick bar 6 remap key. Quick bar. Come on. We don't load it? I mean, it's impossible that we don't load it. We don't load it, right? On key selecting, okay, here is the remapping, right? But apart from the remapping, there should be a setting, not this one that I just created. There should be a setting where we set the, I mean, it's impossible, it's not here. It's impossible. It's under controls, right? So should be keys, right? Keys. Construct key, update selectors. What is this thing doing? Update selector, mouse, actions, interface, axis. Okay, but where is the quick bar? Input key selector. Ah, here it is. Shortcut 1. Okay, 0. Shortcut 1. Okay, so when we load this, set selected key, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but we don't really load the macro array. Interesting. Yeah, it's not done. We are completely missing this piece. Completely missing. It's completely missing. We don't have it. The only thing that we do, we check the interface input array. It's not done. It's not done at all. Get action mapping by name. Set selected key. How it is possible that it's only here? Why? No one is setting this guy? Ah, it's done by default. Okay, he has a default value. He has default values. This thing is default value. So, okay, so this is very hard coded. So basically we have an array with strings inside that represents the quick bars. And then we go through this and okay, but we are not populating the macro. We are not loading the macro. I'm confused. I don't see where is that. SG audio, SG interface. Yeah, I understand, bro, but I'm searching the I'm searching. You know what? Because the mappings in theory are. I'm confused. I'm super confused. I'm super confused. I'm super confused. I'm not searching the save, I'm searching the loading. So I'm searching when we load the macro, because you see here in the construct, we get the macro from container ref, but it is actually empty, right? It is actually empty. I mean, the idea is good, but it is actually not loaded from W container. Ah, crap, is W container, not settings. Okay. Is W container, is another window, 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 is another window. Is another window. So we get it from here. No, but wait a second. Also, W container does not exist when what? Load macro for shortcut window. Yeah, because W container exists only. Yeah. Here it is. This is what I was searching. This is what I was searching. Just me, Weary on the back? What do you mean? I don't think so. There are 6 other people. Okay, so this is where we load the macro into W container. The problem is that W container exists only when you enter into the game. So this means that this window, this mapping of the shortcut will be empty until you enter into the game, which also it kind of makes sense because loaded when you enter the game. Quick bar key bindings are loaded when you enter the game. Yeah, I can do that. So that basically this will be like a, you know, like a text that is telling you that this will be empty until you enter the game. Then you enter, and this is okay. This is okay because if you do the shortcut based on each character, I think it needs to know which character is loading in. So I think it's fine. So I think that will be empty until actually you load into the game. And then when you load into the game, so in this moment, right? No. In this moment, yeah, exactly. In this moment, right? In this moment, we will also call We will also call that function, right? That function in the setting panel. So we will do this. We will do this. We will do assignment, whatever. Yeah. And we will do this, and we will get our macro and set it here. So now when we load into the game, that panel in theory will not be empty. Oh, finally I understood what I wanted to do. Finally understood what the hell I wanted to do. I think it's still a bit misplaced, the fact that we have the... But it's okay. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care. Now we have another problem, but let's see first of all if this works, right? If this works, is already good, because it means that we can load. Until you load into the game, you will see that window empty, and then yeah. So if I click on settings now, that I can, before entering into the game, right? This will be empty. This will say quick bar key bindings are loaded when you enter the game, right? And maybe I can also add because they are based on the character, whatever. So you don't see them, but as soon as you enter, you select a character. You enter, you select a character, right? Now in theory they should be loaded, exactly. And actually they are. The problem is that they are not matching this, which is super weird. You see that it's saying Psychic Blow 7, while here in the shortcut we have shortcut 1-3, and I think that, yeah. So if I press 3, what happens? And if I press 7, this is bad. This is bad. So basically what is happening is that the game already has some key set that do not correspond to the macro that we have saved. Yes, exactly. So basically what is happening now is that the key bindings, which is an Unreal Engine default feature that you can key bind whatever to something, right? These key bindings are actually saved on an Unreal Engine file, but in our save game we have other key bindings. Like for example, this one is set to 7. So in our file is set to 7. In Unreal Engine files is set to 3. And it is a big issue. There is a big issue because we need to reconcile the two. So, or we avoid saving on our file, but we cannot because we need to know what is the macro associated. We need to know all this stuff, right? And it's much easier to keep it in the same place. Yeah. Well, we could also clear... You know what we can do? I know it's a bit silly, but I could in theory clear all the settings at start and or we can have a button that is clearing all the... No, because there will be a misalignment. There could be a misalignment. At least in the save games that you have now, there will be a misalignment. in the save games that you have. Yeah, and also when I ship the game, this is even worse. This is even worse, boys, because when I ship the game to you, right? When I pack the game, it will take whatever settings I have. Yes, in my files. At least the Unreal Engine ones. Yep. So we need to clear them at start. There is no way. We need to clear them up. We need to unbind any key. Because otherwise it becomes a mess. The problem is where do we do that? We do it yeah, we do it in the setting. We do it when we load we do it when we load this. When we load I think even in the construct of this thing. Why not? Use it in under keys, right? Under keys, what is going on? Construct keys, do once, update selector, exactly. Updates, exactly. Here. We do it here. We do it here. I think we remove all of this. We remove all of this from here because it's completely silly. And we remove the same from here. And then we do a for loop like but a clean for loop, right? We do a clean for loop from 0 to 26, which will become 50 probably. But here yeah. I will do the same trick, right? So I will do the same trick. I will do quick bar. And then plus the number, right? Quick bar plus the number. And then we need to unassign it. We need to unassign it because we need to assign it only when we load into the game. When we load with a character into the game. So this will be get action mapping by name, I guess, right? Of this. And when we get this, what do we do? Right? What do? We delete it. I think I need to delete any action I need to remove any action mapping that is remove action mapping. Exactly. So I will remove all the quick bars.
Practice does make perfect.
I'm doing a lot of practice, I tell you. I'm practicing a lot. I don't know if you see it, but I'm practicing a lot. I'm really practicing a lot, boys. I'm dedicating a lot of time to this thing. But I like it, so otherwise I would not do it. Okay. What is forced rebuild key maps? I have no idea. But anyway, like this, we are basically going to clean all the quick bar settings that we have in the game, and then we are going to reload them only when we load. That's the right way, boys. That's the right way. And I need to remove all this mess. I think this mess makes no sense. The fact that I'm going through, you know, Because in reality, I don't want to have a fixed amount of quick bar. Do I want to have a fixed amount of quick? But yeah, in theory, I want to have a fixed amount. Yeah. I hope I don't have to put them in again, but let me delete them all. Okay, I deleted them all, right? I deleted them all. So because that we want that to be dynamic. Only me here who write for so long. Yeah, I know. Well, it's okay. People are just listening, maybe. Sometimes the chat is more active, other times it's not. It's okay. That's fine. Okay, now in theory we should get only the mappings, right? Only the mappings that we need. And then unfortunately I need to go because it's dinner time and I think I will stop for dinner. I'm here, I'm just doing my own coding. Hello, gankable developer. Yeah, people maybe, you know, have the stream in the background and... Like you, Hula, you have the stream in the background as well. You know? Okay, I think I will go to dinner, guys, but I think we made good progress and at least I understood exactly what we need to do. We fixed a good amount of bugs. And this thing really needs work. We really need to improve it because at the moment is not good enough. So I'm going to remove. No. I'm going to remove. I'm going to remove all the shortcut from here. This will just be a text telling you what are the mappings. You will not be able to reset them from here, and you see that now they are all empty, which is great, right? Which is exactly what we need. And then when you load into the game, your macro will be loaded, right? And I will do it so that you will get here, you see, Psychic Blow number 7. So here you will see everything that is set. And everything that is empty, I think we should not print it out. So we will only print the ones that are actually active. Okay? But I think it was good. We made good progress. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time. If you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's fantastic. And also, if you want to go to our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift, you can join and support the game even more. Support our development even more. Yeah. So with that, I'm going and I will see you tomorrow evening. Bye.